The Elephanta Caves, natively known as Gharapurichi Leni, basically Gharapuri, are a network of sculpted caves located on Elephanta Island, or Gharapuri, literally the city of caves, in Mumbai Harbour, 10 kilometres, 6.2 miles, to the east of the city of Mumbai in the Indian state of Maharashtra. The island, located on an arm of the Arabian Sea, consists of two groups of caves. The first is a large group of 5 Hindu caves, the second, a smaller group of 2 Buddhist caves. The Hindu caves contain rock-cut stone sculptures, representing the Shaiva Hindu sect, dedicated to the Lord Shiva. The rock-cut architecture of the caves has been dated to between the 5th and 8th centuries, although the identity of the original builders is still a subject of debate. The caves are hewn from solid basalt rock. All the caves were also originally painted in the past, but now only traces remain. The main cave, Cave 1, or the Great Cave, was a Hindu place of worship until Portuguese rule began in 1534, after which the caves suffered severe damage. This cave was renovated in the 1970s after years of neglect, and was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987 to preserve the artwork. It is currently maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. Elephanta Island, or Gharapuri, is about 11 kilometers, 6.8 miles, east of the Apollo Bunder. Bunder in Marathi means a pier for embarkation and disembarkation of passengers and goods, on the Mumbai Harbour, and 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles, south of Palantrambe. The island covers about 10 square kilometers, 3.9 square miles, at high tide and about 16 square kilometers, 6.2 square miles, at low tide. Gharapuri is a small village on the south side of the island. The Elephanta Caves can be reached by ferry from the Gateway of India, Mumbai, which has the nearest airport and train station. The cave is closed on Monday. The island is 2.4 kilometers, 1.5 miles, in length, with 2 hills that rise to a height of about 150 meters, 490 feet. A deep ravine cuts through the heart of the island from north to south. On the west, the hill rises gently from the sea and stretches east across the ravine and rises gradually to the extreme east to a height of 173 meters, 568 feet. This hill is known as the Stupa Hill. Forest growth with clusters of mango, tamarind, and currant trees cover the hills with scattered palm trees. Rice fields are seen in the valley. The foreshore is made up of sand and mud with mangrove bushes on the fringe. Landing quays sit near 3 small hamlets known as Set Bunder in the northwest, Mora Bunder in the northeast, and Gharapuri or Raj Bunder in the south. The 2 hills of the island, the western and the eastern, have 5 rock-cut caves in the western part and a brick stupa on the eastern hill on its top, composed of 2 caves with a few rock-cut cisterns. One of the caves on the eastern hill is unfinished. It is a protected island with a buffer zone according to an notification issued in 1985, which also includes a prohibited area that stretches 1 kilometer, 0.62 miles, from the shoreline. History: since no inscriptions on any of the island have been discovered, the ancient history of the island is conjectural, at best. Pandavas, the heroes of the Hindu epic Mahabharata, and Banasura, the demon devotee of Shiva, are both credited with building temples or cut caves to live. Local tradition holds that the caves are not man-made. The Elephanta Caves are of unknown date and attribution. Art historians have dated the caves in the range of late 5th to late 8th century AD. Archaeological excavations have unearthed a few Kshatrapa coins dated to 4th century AD. The known history is traced only to the defeat of Mauryan rulers of Konkan by the Badami Chalukya's Emperor Pulakeshin II, 609–642, in a naval battle, in 635 AD. Elephanta was then called Puri or Purka, and served as the capital of the Konkan Mauryas. Some historians attribute the caves to the Konkan Mauryas, dating them to the mid-16th century, though others refute this claim, saying a relatively small kingdom like the Konkan Mauryas could not undertake an almost superhuman excavation effort, which was needed to carve the rock temples from solid rock, and could not have the skilled labor to produce such high-quality sculpture. Some other historians attribute the construction to the kilometres, late 5th to 6th century, who may have had a feudal relationship with the Konkan Mauryas. In an era where polytheism was prevalent, the Elephanta main cave dedicates the monotheism of the Pashupatishwism sect, a sect to which kilometres as well as Konkan Mauryas belonged. The Chalukyas, who defeated the kilometres as well as the Konkan Mauryas, are also believed by some to be creators of the main cave, in the mid-17th century. The Rashtrakutas are the last claimants to the creation of the main cave, approximated to the early 7th to late 8th century. The Elephanta Shiva cave resembles in some aspects the 8th century Rashtrakuta rock temple Kailash at Ellora. The Trimurti of Elephanta, showing the three faces of Shiva, is akin to the Trinity of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, Shiva, which was the royal insignia of the Rashtrakutas. The Nataraja and Ardhanarishvara sculptures are also attributed to the Rashtrakutas. Later, Elephanta was ruled by another Chalukyan dynasty, and then by Gujarat Sultanate, who surrendered it to the Portuguese in 1534. By then, Elephanta was called Gharapuri, which denotes a hill settlement. The name is still used in the local Marathi language. The Portuguese named the island Elephanta Island in honor of a huge rock-cut black stone statue of an elephant that was then installed on a mound, a short distance east of Gharapuri village. The elephant now sits in the Jijamata Zoo in Mumbai. Portuguese rule saw a decline in the Hindu population on the island and the abandonment of the Shiva cave, main cave, as a regular Hindu place of worship, though worship on Mahashivratri, the festival of Shiva, continued and still does. The Portuguese did considerable damage to the sanctuaries. Portuguese soldiers used the reliefs of Shiva in the main cave for target practice, sparing only the Trimurti sculpture. They also removed an inscription related to the creation of the caves. While some historians solely blame the Portuguese for the destruction of the caves, others also cite waterlogging and dripping rainwater as additional damaging factors. The Portuguese left in 1661 as per the marriage treaty of Charles II of England and Catherine of Braganza, daughter of King John IV of Portugal. This marriage shifted possession of the islands to the British Empire, as part of Catherine's dowry to Charles. Though the main cave was restored in the 1970s, other caves, including 3 consisting of important sculptures, are still badly damaged. The caves were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987 as per the cultural criteria of UNESCO. The caves represent a masterpiece of human creative genius and bear a unique or at least exceptional testimony to a cultural tradition or to a civilization which is living or which has disappeared. Overview: the island has 2 groups of caves in the rock-cut architectural style. The caves are hewn from solid basalt rock. All caves were painted in the past, but only traces remain. The larger group of caves, which consists of 5 caves on the western hill of the island, is well known for its Hindu sculptures. The primary cave, numbered as Cave 1, is about 1.5 kilometers, 0.93 miles, up a hillside, facing the ocean. It is a rock-cut temple complex that covers an area of 5,600 square meters, 60,000 square feet, and consists of a main chamber, 2 lateral chambers, courtyards, and subsidiary shrines. It is 39 meters, 128 feet, deep from the front entrance to the back. The temple complex is the abode of Shiva, depicted in widely celebrated carvings which reveal his several forms and acts. On the eastern part of the island, on the Stupa hill, there is a small group of caves that house Buddhist monuments. This hill is named after the religious stupa monument that they display. One of the 2 caves is incomplete, while the other contains a stupa made in brick.